And I got to laughing so hard I was crying. And so was he. There were all these people looking at glasses, and I'm dying because they were so small on his stupid face.
Stupid face.
I gotta make that an album cover like I did Jack's. Did I ever show you Jack's album cover?
No.
Hold, please. So I took this picture of him when he was 6 at my mother and father-in-law's house. So I made it an album cover called 6. Like, parental advisory on it.
Nice.
I'm going to make one for Ben.
Some harsh lyrics in there.
Logan, when he was a little baby, I had a pair of Turtle Beaches, and I put them on his head, and he just kind of looked at me like, what the hell are you doing?
What the hell are you doing?
That was my gamer tag. I think it still is my gamer tag.
No,
Hell
take
yeah.
a picture.
10 years later.
No, Demi.
No, Demi, don't take a picture.
Don't look at me.
No, Demi.
Why you do this to me, Demi?
So, you, real quick.
Okay.
Silo, last week.
Yeah.
It was a great episode.
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to tomorrow. Like, I get so excited for Fridays.
I knew she wasn't leaving.
Oh, no. No.
not going anywhere.
No. And I figured that's what was going to happen. But I'm like, you dummies.
Right?
Why are they picking on the mechanical?
Because
But they control everything.
well, they found out real quick. They gave in way too soon.
Yeah, they should not have ran. They should have fought.
They should have not turned it back on until they got their audience.
Oh, I agree. You got to watch it, man. It's so good.
I think I just have a hard time watching Common.
Dude
Watching what?
He is good in this.
Is
like,
he?
Oh
he
my
is
gosh.
ruthless in
Common.
this.
He's so good in it.
He is ruthless in this thing, man.
Why do you
He
have a
does
problem with
not
Common?
Hesitate.
I loved this show called Hell on Wheels.
Oh yeah, he was
Now.
excellent in that too.
Yeah. Common's character goes off in the middle of whatever, gets attacked by a bear, and then comes back, and it felt wooden from then on for me personally. Yeah. And I was just like,
he's way better in this.
is he?
It's super good. Yeah. I promise you.
And
I get weekly texts from
Tim
Rick
Robbins.
now. Have you watched it yet?
Tim Robbins is
Oh, he's great.
excellent. This part was made for him.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. I think I've talked
Even
about
more
this.
so than Andy Dufresne.
No,
I'm telling you.
way.
It was made for him.
Yeah, he's good in it.
Made for him.
Have you watched City of Ember ever?
I have.
Bill Murray.
Yeah, that was actually a good movie.
So this has that feel. It has the same feel, like
I've
how
watched-
they live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're underground. They don't know why they're there. They think the founders, like, you know what I mean. They have Founders Day.
I
and
watched-
a lot of
got
people
up
haven't
until
seen
about
City of
half-
Ember.
I even remember watching the movie, and then afterward, I was like, "Oh, there's based on books." And
Yeah.
So then I went to the library, and I was like, "Hey, is there books, City of Ember?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's in the kids section. You want to go get a kids book?" And I'm like, "Okay."
What a mean librarian.
Oh man,
My mom was a nice librarian.
Yes, she was.
Chelsea was a nice librarian. So yeah.
All right. Well,
All right.
welcome to the Movies with Chill podcast.
You're the host, Chill.
You're the host, Chill.
Hey.
Today,
Today.
we'll be covering our fives.
Hey.
Yeah.
Our 5 best.
Our 5 worst.
And our 5 upcoming movies.
Wow,
for next
we nailed
year.
it.
We did on the first try. Go us.
Look at us go.
And
As
we're-
always, I'm joined by Chill
Hey.
and Lee
Oi, oi.
and myself, David. What's up?
Killing it. We're killing it.
Should do this every time.
Right?
Right?
What do we want to start off with, guys?
I say we start off with our 5 best of
Yeah,
the
I
year.
agree. I think
Now,
that's a smart
So
caveat, these are our 5 best movies we've watched this year.
this year.
same with worst.
And it's supposed to be movies you have not seen before.
That is correct.
So-
Yep, that's
time
how I
watching.
did it.
Same with worst. And then we have our 5 up and coming that we're looking forward to the most.
And how I'm going to do my best is I'm going to give you my number 1, and then the rest are kind of muddled.
Oh, so we're going to start off with honorable mentions first, and then we'll have 5. We'll each
Work
go
your way
around.
up.
Okay. Well, then it's going to be a little muddled for me, but that's okay. It's all right.
Now, I will say this too, that if one of our movies is in somebody else's list,
Yeah.
interject and say, hey, this
That's
is a
on
little
mine
bit-
as well.
It might be a little bit higher, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
gotcha.
that works for me.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Awesome.
Do you want me to start with some honorable mentions? Okay, I have 2 honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Long Legs
Okay.
and Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice mostly because I look forward to that movie for so long.
Right.
I didn't think it was one of the best ones I'd seen of the year, but I
wasn't
enjoyed it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Had a lot of fun.
Yep.
I wasn't disappointed. You know, the only scene I think I was disappointed in that, spoiler alert, is the singing, the dancing scene
Yeah.
in the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
It was so long.
Yeah.
They put all like 4.5 minutes of that song of them singing and dancing. And I know they were trying to recreate the Deo scene. It just didn't have quite the same feel to it. That's the only scene in the movie that I was kind of like, but the rest of it I like. And Longlegs was just a really good psychological horror sci-fi-ish movie. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah.
It's just
Nick Cage.
he was fantastic in it. He's not Nick Cage in this movie. He was great.
No, I'm just saying he's Nick Cage.
He's
the
Nick Cage,
actor.
yeah.
He's doing his job.
So those are my honorable mentions.
Okay.
I only have one honorable mention, and that was The Mist. I hadn't seen it before.
Yeah.
Wow.
I liked it. I
Yeah.
liked the ending. It was
I love that movie.
Yeah.
it was great.
I just remember laughing out loud in the theater when at the end of that movie, and my mom being like, "What a piece of shit!" You know, and I'm laughing. I'm like, "It's so Stephen King and so
Yeah.
perfect."
Right?
Yeah.
Sure. That's cool. I'm glad that made it on the list.
Yeah.
I forgot that we did that.
You?
I have 3 honorable mentions.
Nice. Okay.
Okay. So I'm sure that Wicked Part 1 is going to be
It's all mine.
on yours.
Yep.
So we'll talk about that when we get to it. I also have Furiosa, a Mad Max tale. I really enjoyed going and seeing that movie. I don't think that it was as good as Mad Max, and I'm really disappointed that it did not do very well at the box office.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
understand why it didn't do very well
Yeah.
at the box office.
I gotcha.
I think it was just prequelitis at that point in time for everybody.
Yeah.
It
And
sucked.
honestly, the setting of that is kind of tiresome. It's an exhausting
Genre.
not genre, but like world. Like it's not happy.
No.
It's disgusting. It's dry. Everyone sucks in it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But they're so action packed and so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Chris Hemsworth was actually good as a villain in this movie.
Yeah.
You know,
And then who's the main character?
Anya Taylor-Joy.
yeah,
She did
she's
fantastic.
I
in that movie.
love her. Queen's Gambit. I think I've watched that 4 times. I really.
seen it.
It's good.
It's just an 8-part series on Netflix. It's so goodly.
And then my last honorable mention is Grave of the Fireflies. I have never cried more in a.
Wait a minute. You'd never seen Grave of the Fireflies before this year?
So I feel like I remember.
It's also an honorable mention.
Feel like you should not have it on your list.
Okay. I feel
It's
like
an honorable mention. It's
Okay,
not on the
I'll
list.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember watching it when I was younger.
Well, that's fair enough. It's
But,
not
like-
anything that he's like well known for.
Yeah.
We assume that just because of your love of the anime
Your
and
proclivities.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I
and-
actually saw. We had to remember we had to
Yeah.
seek this one out before it went on Netflix and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I remember. I even as
maybe
soon
we're
as
the
we-
reason why it got streaming.
Hey,
Well.
I like to think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
we made that happen.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Some Netflix exec was like, "Get on it. We got to get this movie on
They're
there."
out there reviewing it. We don't even have it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
So, but yeah, it was funny after we reviewed it. Like, what was like a month later? Then it was. I took a picture of Netflix coming soon, and it was a trailer for Grave of the Fireflies. Like, hey, look at this, and you're like, no,
Never.
never again.
All right.
All right, so number 5, Dave.
My number 5 is Dune Part 2.
That's on mine.
Yep,
I forgot about that movie.
yeah, it was very good.
It was there.
We'll get to it when we get to mine.
Yeah, and I like I said, I've said this many times. I struggled with the first one because it's so dark, and being able to watch the first one with closed caption on made me super excited to see Dune Part 2 because I was not interested in it. And then when I went and saw it, I was like, wow, it was kick ass.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was way better than the first one. I
Yeah.
thought the first one was still good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. More climactic in this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The first one just ends, and
Yeah,
you're
you're
like,
like,
what the hell?
That's
Yeah.
sucks.
Guess we're
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My number 5 was Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Nice.
I forgot about that one.
I've yet to watch it.
I went to see it with my
So
dad, and
solid.
it's not the best of the Planet of the Apes movies, but it's probably second, maybe probably third.
Second or third, I would
Second
say
or third.
too. Yeah.
But the CGI in it is mind blowing.
Yeah.
Mind blowing. It's like I can't believe we can make these movies.
Yeah.
Look this good.
Yeah.
And I was just blown away by it.
Yeah.
So much.
It's on my list. I definitely want to watch it.
Yeah.
And then you watch shows like She-Hulk for $250 million, and you're like, where'd
Where'd the money go?
the money go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. So I'm actually excited for the future of those movies, and I hope that they keep making. Like, I really do hope that they continue on. I know it's kind of a meme of, and I even have a shirt that says "War for the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes."
I want them to do the travel back in time like they did in the OG
Yeah,
ones.
right?
Where they time travel and they show up in like the 70s and they're the talking apes and they're telling them about the future. I love those. I love those
yeah.
movies.
Return and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, I have them all. I love them.
So, all right.
Cool.
So my number, man, I feel bad that I forgot to put that on my list. Even.
That's all right.
My number 5 is the Fall Guy, Ryan Gosling.
Wow,
And
okay.
whatnot. I know that Lee didn't really care for it too much.
I haven't watched it.
Yes.
2 movies I haven't seen so far. Nice.
It is a love letter to stuntmen and to people that are like people that make films. Like,
I love the cast. I mean,
I did not expect it to be, for me, as funny as it was. Like Chelsea and I rented it before it came out on streaming, and we were laughing the entire time. Like, it was so much fun. I was shocked about that movie the same way I was about the movie Game Night, which I love the movie Game Night. Going into that, I was thinking like, oh, this is going to be like super dumb. And then I remember watching it and laughing. I laughed my whole way through the Game Night as well. So I feel like I would highly recommend people watch Fall Guy if you haven't seen it. I think it's funny. I think if you love movies, then you're going to love this.
have you guys seen the movie The Nice Guys?
Yes. Yeah.
What a great movie.
It is a great movie.
Man, I laughed my butt off.
Movie. Yeah.
I laughed my butt off in that movie when, like, all just the stupid, like, always getting knocked out. Like, it's just so funny.
That was the one with Russell Crowe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really thought it was good.
Wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I liked it. So I feel like if you like that, you'll like this one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. It just felt kind of like that, just over the top ish. Yeah.
And for whatever reason, there's a lot of people that just don't like Ryan Gosling's acting, which, I mean, I could see, but at the same time,
Oh my God, I think
like,
he's fantastic.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I loved him in
The Notebook.
no, the one with him and Steve Carell.
Oh my God. Yeah. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah. And Emma Stone and
La La Land?
No, but speaking of musicals, I do love that musical too.
Yeah.
We were talking about it earlier. I love that movie. Not a happy movie, but
No,
very realistic.
it did not win Best Picture.
I know. It did not. So my number 4
Yep.
is going to be Monkey Man.
I
Okay.
almost put that on my list.
I thought it was just
It was
so
really
much fun to watch.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the way that it was filmed, when it was filmed, the story, the acting, the fight scenes, I loved it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about the movie.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It was a lot of fun to watch. I
Yeah.
loved the action in it, and they really did a great job building that character up.
Yeah.
All right, my number 4 was Pearl.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
That monologue at the end sells me every time.
Yeah.
Everybody says, "Well, X was good." I go, "Pearl's better," and they're like, "Well," I was like, "That monologue, that whole monologue."
Oh, her acting in that and the setting,
Yep.
like
great.
everything. Like, yeah, they did great with that movie.
And, yeah, I even love the credits where it is legit just her trying to smile.
She said
the
it
entire time.
hurt her to
Yeah.
do it. Yeah.
Crazy.
Calvin,
Yeah.
number 4?
My number 4 is Civil War.
Nice.
Alex
That's on my
Garland,
list.
Civil War. Okay, we'll get to it when we get
Okay.
to it then. Number 3.
My number 3 is Civil War.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's jump on into
Yeah.
it. Go ahead.
It was a surprise. So I remember seeing the trailer
Yeah.
and being like, "Holy crap!" And then I didn't really know the story, like how it was going to work, and I was pleasantly surprised by how it followed the reporters, like the wartime reporters, and
was
scared at the
intense.
same time with how that is exactly how shit would go down.
For sure.
It was intense.
It's
and-
intense.
and they did not pull any punches in that movie
No.
whatsoever.
And they all did fantastic.
yeah, well, that was A24, wasn't it?
A24.
And I'm telling you right now, that is the hottest studio.
It's
on the
because they know
planet.
what they're doing. It's like they have movie fans making
Right?
movies.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I know it got a lot of heat because a lot of people didn't know going into it that it was going to be a movie about war journalism. And I think that knowing going into it that it wasn't, about, I mean, it was about a civil war, but it wasn't about,
That wasn't the plot.
This is this side and this side and who's going to win, Republican, Democrat, Southern versus Northern, whatever.
Yeah.
And so I think going into that really helped me know, like, set my expectations. And even with my expectations lowered, it still rose up to where
I don't know why I like movies that make me feel that way.
Yeah.
Like that, just kind of icky, but
Yeah.
like it's scary. But it's scary because it's true. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like
because it could happen.
Yeah.
for real.
Impactful.
Yeah.
Very impactful.
Yeah, makes you
So,
think for
yeah.
sure.
Of course, Jesse Plemons, he steals the scene that he's in.
Oh yeah.
And I wouldn't say that he makes the movie because I still think that the very end of the movie with
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
I think
But also the car wash scene is like,
Oh,
damn.
I think
suck.
low budget Pedro Pascal did a really good job. I can't think of his name, but he did. He
Yeah,
did
I know
really
you're talking
He
about.
did really good.
Wish.com, Pedro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What is his name?
I don't know.
I'm going to look.
Yeah, we gotta
Pedro's cousin,
Stop it.
Lamar.
give that guy his flowers for sure.
Yeah.
Wagner Mora.
Wagner Moura, he did a bang up job,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing you in more stuff.
Same with
Kaylee Spaney.
Kaylee Spaney. I thought did an excellent
This is her
job.
second movie.
Her name was
wasn't it?
Jessie.
Yeah, of movies on this list for me too.
Nice.
So yeah.
Yeah. Lee, you're number 3.
Strange Darling.
Oh,
I like that movie. I
Yeah.
like how it flip flopped.
Yeah.
You go in thinking that the guy's the bad guy, and he's trying to kill her, and it flip flops where she's the serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it worked really well. Like it just like you as the audience knowing what you know in this movie, and you see what the choices they're making. They're like, dude, do this, do that. I loved it. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And
The main character, he's been in a lot of stuff. I've mentioned that
Dinner
movie.
in America.
Kyler Gallner.
Yeah,
Kyle
Tyler-
Gallner.
Kyle
Gallner.
Gallner.
Yeah.
Gallner.
Yeah,
something.
he's really, really good.
He's so hot right now.
You're so hot right now.
Don't forget No Homo.
Yeah.
No homo.
Yeah, he did an excellent job. I really like the cinematography in that movie too. So I thought that
It's really very unique.
for sure. My number 3 is Dune Part 2.
Nice.
So anybody else got it higher?
I don't.
No. Okay.
Nope.
Dune Part 2. I really liked the first part, and I knew that since it was a part 1, it was going to kind of where it was going to end. And personally, I don't know if their adaptation of Messiah. I think people are going to hate Dune Messiah, which is going to be Dune 3.
Yeah.
People are going to hate it.
Yeah.
If they follow the like they're.
I haven't watched a TV show. Is that Prophecy? Is that what it is? Dune Prophecy or something?
It's set 1,000 or 10,000 years before everything, but it's the Reverend Mother's kind of acclimating, but it's weird too because it's like one of the characters just does the voice, and it's the first time the voice was used, and they're like, oh, and then she's like, oh yeah, I know how to do this now.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
It's okay.
I don't know if I'd recommend
Yeah.
watch on that.
What am I on? 2?
But Timothy Chalamet, excellent.
Oh yeah.
It's all around. It's fantastic. Like
sure.
it was great.
The
The
scope.
action, the scope,
The
all
scope
of it, man.
that movie is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Insane.
It is. It is an epic.
Ooh, it has
film.
Rebecca Ferguson in it too. Yeah, I love her. Big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Big
So,
fan.
Rosa.
Yeah.
Cinematography.
Rosa Hat is my favorite Rebecca Ferguson.
Did anybody get the bucket? Anybody here get the bucket?
No, but did you
tried to
see
get the
the
bucket.
Gladiator 2 bucket?
No.
I can't remember which one had it, but you could ask for the Coliseum,
Uh-huh.
and it was like this big.
Oh my
I
god.
still want that War of the Rohirrim Warhammer.
Yeah.
That thing looks dope.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm hearing really good things about that movie. I'm
Yeah.
hearing really good things about it. And
Yeah.
I'm also
I'm
here
thinking I'm gonna have to go see it
for
since
sure.
it's on my list.
Yeah.
And it-
Spoiler alert.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know who voices one of the characters?
No.
It's Brian Cox.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
I like
Yeah.
Brian Cox.
Yeah, me too.
So he's one of the main voice actors for the
Cool.
movies. All right.
Number 2
Number 2
is Wicked.
Wicked.
Yep.
What a great movie.
I thought it was great. I thought the setting, the sets, the actors' choices was perfect.
Yeah.
Like they nail it. The fact that they live sing the entire thing, the story. Jeff Goldblum is like the best wizard ever.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah.
And like even the
More
Emerald
than
City is
Franco?
so cool. Yes, more than Franco, but more than the original old man too. It's just all around. You feel like enveloped by the movie when you're watching it.
Oh,
like
Pulls you in.
the music is great. Like you really feel for people in it.
All
It does
those-
it does a good job all around.
It's so popular right now.
Yeah. See what you did there?
Kind of hilarious.
So that's my number 2.
My number 2 is Deadpool and Wolverine.
Nice.
Anybody?
That was very close to being on my honorable mention.
Mentions?
It's on my list. I just,
Yeah.
if I think back to like the other movies, it was hard to like
Oh yeah.
suck it in.
Yeah.
But like, I love the continuity of Marvel movies.
Same.
Yeah.
I love them. I love that they go to the, what's it called? ATV or what is the
TVA.
TV? I love it.
Yeah.
Love it so much.
I love this was a the reason it goes so high on my list is because this was a popcorn movie for me. We went, and unfortunately this was the very last movie that we went to the Twin Drive-In to go see. The Twin's now closed down.
Yeah.
So our go-to drive-in theater is now closed permanently, unfortunately. But we had such a good time, and like the crowd, even at the drive-in theater. And now, to be fair, we we went to go see this, and it was opening weekend, and they were playing a kids movie and Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine's rated R. So we were like, oh, I don't know if it was Transformers or something like that. And so when we went, we were like, oh yeah, Logan and my nephew, they'll just be able to go and we'll watch the kids movie, and then the adults will stay up and we'll just watch that. No, they led with Deadpool and Wolverine. So
Oh shit.
I went to the restroom, and then I came back not thinking that Deadpool and Wolverine was going to start, and I came out, and that's when Deadpool's using Wolverine's skeletal remains, and I'm like, oh god! And Logan's there with Aunt and Uncle. I'm like, Logan, no!
It'll be all right.
And yeah, I when I got to the truck, Logan's like, this is awesome.
Yeah, you can't watch it.
Yeah.
Now you can't watch it. Forget everything you've seen.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, great movie.
Great movie. Had so much fun with it.
Are we on number ones?
You're
Number
on-
one.
What was your number 2?
Wicked.
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 Okay.
My number one is Inside Out 2.
That was good.
That movie made me feel.
Yes.
It's amazing that it's a cartoon, but they depict emotions so realistically that, like, I mean, even Ben and Jack were crying in that movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good.
Wow.
Great storyline. I thought it was one of the perfect movies of the year, honestly. Definitely made the money, and it's on at the house all the time.
Really?
Jack just loves it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I've just never seen anxiety depicted so realistically.
Yeah.
So that's my number one. I figured it was going to be kind of a surprise, but
For sure.
Yeah.
Any guesses to what my number 1 is?
ooh,
I'm going to guess. Is it a movie that we've reviewed?
It is
ooh,
Spicy.
a movie I had not seen before.
ooh. I don't know.
Spicy.
The Thing.
Ooh, nice.
I love it. Yeah.
It was
Very
dope.
good.
It was dope.
It's a dope movie.
It is fantastic.
A long time coming, but it was
Yeah.
well worth the watch.
Good.
So glad. Yeah.
It was excellent.
Yeah.
I
That's my number
love that movie.
Me too.
It's
I'm glad that
just
they made
amazing
that
how
one.
well it holds up.
For sure.
Like
Even-
being in the 80s, like it holds up so well.
Yeah.
And
It's
the
just
tension
it's just
throughout.
paranoia.
Yeah.
They nailed paranoia perfectly.
Freaking 2 movies with paranoia. The Mist and The Thing are on your
Well,
Both
and this
that
was
you've
an
never seen.
honorable.
right. Oh yeah, but it's a people versus people type movie
Yeah.
too. So
That's surprising.
yeah,
Awesome.
I like it.
Good.
So, of course, my number one is Alien Romulus.
I can't wait to see it.
It's good, brother.
I know. I hear it's
and we saw it at the 4D.
yeah.
With the air and the water. And
This
the
is when
moving
Calvin screamed a
seats.
few times,
Yeah.
right?
Well, it's because, again,
He
there's
got water. I
air,
never got
and
water.
then when, it was air throughout, and then when the face hugger popped up, like, it was water. And I'm like,
Crazy.
for sure.
But
Haven't been to Disney.
When-
They got lots of 4D stuff there.
Oh, yeah.
well, and what I thought was one of the cooler parts is when they're in space and it's weightless, the chairs go weightless.
Yeah.
Oh, so
And
like
you're just kind of
oh, that's cool.
When you're almost
Where is that
tipping
theater
forward.
at?
Liberty.
Okay. Yeah,
was-
I have
was-
yet to see a 4D movie.
Yeah, go see that and then go have dinner at the Corner Cafe.
Yeah.
Nice, okay.
Don't eat a whole cinnamon roll, though.
No do.
Or
So
two.
their Corner Cafe, there's one of those right outside the Independence Drury.
Yeah, there's one in
Okay.
Parkville too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've eaten there several times.
Yeah, get that cinnamon roll.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea just can't have it. We had to stop at. We had to stop.
Stopped in Platte City.
Platte City because
She's
was
gonna
on a
yak.
sugar high. Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty much.
She got too hot, huh?
Oh.
Well,
Makes you on fire.
Well, she ate a bunch of popcorn and candy.
Oh, and then
Yeah.
threw
And
a
then-
cinnamon roll on top
and
of
then
it.
we ate lunch, and we got 2 for the table.
She's
so
like
we
a-
split one of those.
A
for-
volcano science kit. And you guys were just shoving stuff in her.
but she took it like a champ.
yeah.
Nice. Good.
So back to the movie though, Kaylee Spaney, I thought she did excellent. I feel
Yeah.
like the guy that played Andy did excellent as well. The rest of the cast were kind of forgettable, but
Yeah.
at the same time,
They're all gonna die anyway.
they were meant to be cannon fodder, exactly, or alien fodder.
That's
Spoilers. I'm sorry.
No, but I'm going to forget it, and I'm
T
still going to
minus.
watch it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It's out on digital.
Yeah,
I know. I just...
and
Man.
I think it's actually on Disney.
I
Plus.
struggle getting this shit watched.
Hey, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
Just saying. It's on streaming too, so
Yeah, no, I've seen it. Also, Ben's the only one in the house that likes scary movies, so I can't watch anything when Jalissa's around.
I don't know if he'd be able to handle the end, man.
Ben?
I don't know.
Buddy, I mean, he's
It's pretty gross.
He's
Yeah.
watching, like,
Oh,
everything.
Well, okay.
it's,
He's watching everything.
okay.
He's like, give me the scariest movie.
Yeah.
Like, give me scary movies.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm giving him lists, and
Has he watched The Exorcist yet?
he has watched The Exorcist.
Oh.
What do
then
you
he can
What do you
handle
think of that?
He thought it was pretty creepy. Yeah, but it was like, but I think, like, The Visit scared him more.
That movie is effed up.
Yeah. He
Effed up.
he was like, I watched The Visit again. I'm like, you watched it twice? Once is enough, man.
Put on Hereditary for
He's
him.
a-
See if you can get through that one.
he's a little young. Probably shouldn't be watching it, but again, my mom did this to me, and
Right, you
I'm
turned out
fine.
fine.
I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Fine.
Everything's fine.
This is fine.
I don't feel anything, but that's okay.
Nothing scares me.
It pisses Gillis off
Ever.
because I don't have any feelings about anything. I'm like,
Eh,
it'll be all right.
I don't care.
So one of the things that you brought up that has kind of stuck with me with Alien Romulus is that it is exactly what you said, where it is Alien if it was released today. Now,
Yeah.
there is 1 or 2 cringy things
Yeah.
in it, and you're like, I could have gone without. But for me, again, I understand that it might be a rehashing, but all sequels are.
Yeah.
I went to the theater.
I know I'm
got-
going to like it. I
you
know
will.
I know
I got
I'll
it.
like it.
You
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
I'm just, for the show, this is the movie that has stuck with me. I cannot wait to rewatch it. I've watched it, I don't know, like 3 times down here in the home theater. And yeah, so I understand its faults. I've listened to people complain about their problems with the movie, but
Yep.
I don't care. I
Yeah.
loved it. It's my
I
number
liked it.
1
Yeah.
for the year. So
We got our top 5 worst.
we are now on our top 5 worst.
I don't have any honorable mentions for this.
Me
I
either.
struggled hardcore with this list
Really?
because I tend to like most movies in their own way. So I was looking, I like all the movies we reviewed. I kind of went down, and then I went down like just released in 2024, and I struggled.
Yeah.
So I have some on here that I might have even given like a B to on our, because I had to come up with 5.
I have
Yeah.
the same issue.
Yeah.
With
I don't
1 and
have that
2.
problem.
So
We know you don't.
yeah, he's judgment free.
So you want my number 5?
Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
you're number 5.
We don't have any honorable mentions in this
I
one.
don't.
I
I
don't.
don't either.
Yeah, my number 5 is Strange Darling
Really?
because
F you then.
I mean, but like when I even listened to my review to make sure I wasn't crazy, but I said I was kind of like, I just felt like kind of about it.
got
Like I liked it. I'll probably never watch it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave it a B-, I think, is what I gave it.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is like my list has some B- on it. You know, like,
Yeah.
'Cause you just haven't seen that many bad movies.
right. But this is like the best. Number 5 is the best of the worst that I've
Right,
seen.
right, yeah.
Right.
I gotcha.
So that's why I'm saying Strange Darling.
My number 5 is Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that would be my honorable mention. I skipped over it because I can't judge it enough because it was so hard to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes it a bad movie.
Yeah.
In my
Yeah. It was
psyche here.
after I made my list, I saw it and I'm like, I'm not going back.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not going back.
I put it in there. I was scrolling through and I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Sorry,
one.
Logan.
Sorry, but yeah, I gave it what I gave it, but it still wasn't one of my favorite of the year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
again, it's not a bad movie.
No.
It's just not for me.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
The animation was
the animation was great,
Yeah.
and all the fighting and whatnot. That was fine.
Yeah.
And Broly's my boy. And
Yeah.
I'll always be
Yeah.
Team Broly because
Yeah.
I'm tired.
They
of,
just if they would have
I'm
put
so
some
tired of everybody
backstory
saying,
in it,
Can you beat Goku? Yes, I can.
like 10 minutes of backstory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something.
10 minutes.
Something.
Bring me up to speed. I know there's a lot.
I mean, they do it in every episode of every anime on the planet.
Right. Just give me something to know who the hell I'm looking at.
Right.
Yeah.
All right,
Cool.
number
Chill.
5.
My number 5 is Running Scared.
That is on my list.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I love that movie.
I know. That's actually it's my number 4 so we can
Okay.
just talk.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yep. No, I mean it's a Paul Walker it was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it.
I
It just is what it is. It had like its twists and turns and surprises in it, and it was action packed, but it was just over the top. And
what
It
was
was
the,
all over the
so
place.
I just want to ask, what was the best part of that movie?
I don't know.
For me,
I
it
can't even
was
answer that.
Vera Farmiga
killing the pedophiles.
killing pedophiles.
Ooh, also yes. So that is the best part, but also when he see the shadow, like there's like a part where there's like a shadow. It's almost like a monster type thing.
But
Well, it's the kids playing
It's
in
the house.
in that house.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's what I'm saying. Like that. Yeah, that's the best part of the movie.
Right. And my point on that is
It was
that
like a
the,
CSI episode
the
all smashed
side-
together.
Right.
the side plot
Was more interesting.
So much more interesting
Yeah.
than the main plot of the entire
Yeah,
movie.
I agree.
It was
So,
great.
That's what I'm saying is that side.
That's why
plot
I
was so
like
much better.
movies like that. It's
Yeah.
like it's one of these it's one of these movies that 90% of the populace has never seen.
Yeah.
And if they watch it, they're always going to remember those scenes.
Right.
For me anyway, and that's what makes it was fun
Interesting.
for me to watch.
Yeah.
But the rest of the movie, like the other hour, whatever that movie,
Oh, it's long.
Could care
Good
less.
Yeah,
hour and a half.
I agree. Lee,
My number 4 is Strange Wilderness.
I didn't watch it, so I can't put it on my list.
It was just stupid. It was just dumb. You are dumber for having watched it.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not a horrible movie. It's just dumb. And
Right.
it was made to be dumb.
I got
Which is
these-
fine. If you want to be dumb, you did a great job.
Yeah,
But
got-
it wasn't for me.
yeah.
I got these tattoos on my eyes to make it look like I'm asleep.
So stupid.
He says,
Who the fuck is Jack Nicholson? Oh my god.
Calvin,
Number 4 is Jason Takes Manhattan.
that is not on my list.
That is number 3 for me.
So I didn't put it on my list because I'd seen it before.
Okay.
That's why.
yeah.
Again, I don't have the item on my list either.
Right.
And I know that's our trash can because I'd seen it before.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that the Trash Can Film Festival rounds out my top 3.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
And I put Jason 8 down, even though I had seen it, but it had been damn near since it came out.
Sure.
Since
Right.
I've seen it, so I had forgotten every piece of it.
sure.
It's forgettable.
And then I have Samurai Cop in the item, and we don't
We'll
need to
get
go
to
into
those.
those.
We'll get into those later.
Yeah. So what was yours? Yours was
Mine, my number 3 or my number 4?
your number 4.
My
Well,
number 4 was Jason Takes Manhattan.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll just wait. We'll round it out.
Cool.
Yeah. My number 3, correct, is the Crow remake.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. I
It
heard
was-
bad.
It's
things.
trash.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary.
It's out already.
Yeah. Yeah, it came out. Now I love Skarsgård, right? But
Yeah,
like
of course.
it is the most unnecessary remake, and freaking Brandon Lee, like it doesn't do it any justice.
First of all, the original Crow wasn't that good.
That's what I'm saying. I
It
agree.
wasn't. It's overrated.
I agree. It's
It
overrated.
is the only reason why
agree.
it gets so much love is because he died.
Okay.
If he would have lived, it would have ruined
So I don't think
his
it's
career.
a terrible movie whatsoever. I don't think it's terrible.
I think
Hot
it would have.
takes.
I think it would have bombed. I think it would have set his career back 10 years,
yeah.
Okay.
and he would have had to go back to doing cheap
The
action.
Crow
movies.
is just I don't know, just not that interesting.
And
as a
he
character to me, so.
absolutely loves it because it's so
There are-
dark and it's
so-
so gothic.
So
and
to me,
so-
it's you die hard for that, right? Or you don't like it at all.
Exactly.
Like that's it.
Yeah.
There's there's no medium.
Right.
And I'm just I saw it once. I was like, I don't get it, and I was done.
yeah. I've seen it probably 3 times, and each time
Once
I'm
or
just
twice,
like,
I think.
it's just not.
But I was like, maybe the remake, and it was on. I watched it. It's streaming, and it was not
so much.
so much.
Yeah. Just side note on OG Crow. That was like a huge movie whenever I was kind of growing up. It was like, oh, dude, my brother has The Crow.
The,
and we're like,
the
oh,
Crow
shit,
was big
let's
when
watch
I
The
was
Crow.
growing up, though.
I was a teenager when it came out. I remember, I was probably a little older. It was in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still.
So I'm going to say this. It has nothing to do with The Crow. It falls in line to me with Nightmare Before Christmas. I think it's a fantastic movie. I think the music's great in it. I don't get everyone losing their minds over it.
Yeah.
All the merch, all the everything. Like, it's great. I love the movie. I think the music is, the animation's amazing in it. I just can't, there are just die-hard fans. And I'm like, I don't get that part of it. Like, great movie. But, like, again, there are diehard anime fans and there are diehard this fans. I get it. It's the same with The Crow. People either love it and they die for it, or it's nothing. They don't care.
I wouldn't say I'm I would say that I am in that small margin that it's good,
Yeah.
but it's not, you know.
I'm with you. I don't think it's the first one. I didn't think it was
I don't
terrible.
think it's awful.
Terrible. Yeah.
I just think it's not what everybody says it is.
Yeah.
It's not this
I mean,
masterpiece.
the sets are cool.
Dark
in it,
as heck.
and yeah, but it's
just
not
dark. It's like Tim Burton came in and said, "Hey, let's just make it darker."
right.
Wait, are we talking about? What are we talking about?
The Crow.
The Crow.
Okay.
It has like a Batman Returns kind of feel
Yeah.
to it,
But
yeah.
darker
But darker. Yeah.
and dirtier.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you can
Grungy.
if you can manage darker, dirtier Gotham City.
Yeah.
Your number 3, Lee.
My number 3 is Jason Takes Manhattan, which was a giant piece.
So that's
of
not
crap.
on my list. So you guys, that was on your list, right?
that
So
was
you
on
talk
my
about
list.
it.
Yeah.
So the funniest part of that scene is the boxing.
The boxing scene on the roof.
That's the best part of the entire movie. The 5 minutes they're in New York
Yeah.
in the mythical
You mean the alley.
acid sewers,
right?
The alley of New York.
the alley of New York
The same
with
alley over
the,
and over
the
again.
tubs of toxic waste.
Yeah.
Yeah, everywhere.
And
What the fuck, man? I know 80s New York was
New York
nasty, but
is
come
a
on.
cesspool.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's portray that. It's like a trauma film. It's like Toxic Avengers. That's what
Right?
it feels like.
It was terrible. Enough said. We don't need to
Jason
talk
takes
about it
on the
anymore.
boat. Yeah.
Don't watch it. It's
No,
trash.
Just stay away from it.
Yeah.
All right. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is Madam Web.
I never saw it.
Me either.
Yeah.
Didn't
And the
want
reason
to.
why is because I already had heard that
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
Yeah. I had heard that it wasn't worth
It's like
it.
11% on Rotten Tomatoes.
No. I watched it for Sydney Sweeney. I knew going into it wasn't going to be great, but as a diehard Spider-Man fan, I'm like,
I have to.
I have to
Yeah.
watch it. And
Did you regret it?
it wasn't great. It really wasn't. I think it was a little bit more interesting, you know, because everyone was like, oh, this is the worst
Better
movie
or
ever.
worse than Venom?
Oh, worse than Venom. Worse than Venom. Now,
Worse than Venom 2?
It's about on the same level. I personally feel like it's better than Morbius, though.
Really? I liked Morbius. I don't know why Morbius got all this hate.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
liked it.
In my
But then
ranking of
again,
the
I
Sonyverse.
didn't.
I don't know anything about Morbius,
I didn't
so
spend a lot of time
yeah.
in the comic book world with those characters, so
Right.
I don't know if they're way off or
Yeah.
whatever. But as far as that standalone movie goes, I thought it was entertaining and it was a lot of fun to watch. But
Yeah.
that's just me.
Number 2.
Number 2, go ahead.
Number 2 for me is A Grave of the Fireflies.
I didn't put that one down.
I knew it was coming. I have zero interest in ever watching that movie.
Same.
It is not happy.
No.
No.
It's animated the way it's animated.
Yeah.
I could care effing less about that movie.
Right.
I'm sorry. I know that it's who makes it? Studio Ghibli.
Studio Ghibli.
I know, and it's sad and it's tragic and it's a good history lesson, but fuck that movie. I think honestly, I almost gave it my number 1 spot.
Really?
Because I enjoyed Samurai Cop more than I enjoyed that movie. It was just sad and depressing.
Yeah.
So depressing.
But why? There's no point. Like, I would much rather watch a documentary about it than like a cartoon, an anime. Like,
It just makes you feel awkward.
I'm sorry, Calvin. I knew it was going to hurt you when you put it
Crushed
on
my
your top list. I was like, oh no. I almost said that's on my list as well.
It made the list.
It made the list. Yeah.
Wait,
So-
he's gone through all of his top.
That's my number
It's not in
2.
there.
My number 2 was the fabled Samurai Cop,
That's on my list. That's my number 1.
and that is
Did Samurai Cop make your list?
It probably would have been my honorable mention for best because I thought that movie
I agree.
was so funny.
I had so
wasn't
much fun.
supposed to be.
I had so much fun in that movie.
It's like going into the cancer ward and laughing at the kids. It's
I'm
not
on-
supposed to be
so
funny.
I'm putting it at my worst because it really is the worst made movie out of
Oh,
all
it
of
is.
them.
that,
It is
yeah.
just awful.
But I laugh.
I've
at
seen-
I quote that movie all the time, Lee.
yeah.
I've seen high school movies.
Get over
Hey,
it.
come here.
I'm talking for a second.
I've seen high school movies edited better than that piece of crap.
I need to find I have a couple
Your tag
high
movies?
No, I have middle school movies called Stupid Man, where I'm always the extra in the movie.
Yeah.
But my buddy Matt was Stupid Man, and he had like a legitimate like Superman costume.
Yeah.
And then my buddy Kyle Strom, who's a comic book artist, was always like the villain, and they're terrible. I should bring him in to have us watch those sometime.
We were doing Canterbury Tales, and I remember I was in a group of 4 or 5 girls. We had to do a video representation of it. It was like
I want to see this video.
3 guys fighting over one maiden. You already know who the maiden was because
Hell yeah,
Nice.
bro. What's your number 2?
my number 2 is Borderlands.
Yeah, I
Another
didn't see
Did you
that.
see it?
Curtis. Yes. I had
It's
to
streaming
watch
now.
it. It's streaming.
Colton wanted to nominate that for Trash Can.
Trash can film.
I
Oh,
have no interest in watching it,
was
but I will watch it for that.
So bad.
Yeah.
It was.
Has
so
a hell of a
bad.
cast.
Yeah.
Till you watch it.
Most miscast group ever.
See, he hasn't played the game.
Yeah, you haven't played the game.
I've played the games.
You played the
I've
games?
played all 3 of them.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
gosh. So yeah.
Just take that beloved franchise and do what they did to it.
I'm a little worried that's what Minecraft's going to be, but we'll see. I saw a new trailer for it and was kind of better.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why make that into a movie?
That's weird.
I think it's weird
It is
too.
weird.
Yeah. Oh, weird.
I'm a little
It's
afraid
on my
that they're.
list.
I'm a little afraid of what they're going to do that. But the new trailer did look
They
good.
look better.
Yeah. I'm
We'll
gonna,
talk about it later.
good.
Cool.
Good, a strong word. It looked better. Yeah. And my number 1 was Samurai Cop. What's your number 1 is?
The item.
The item, baby.
The item.
You're very welcome.
The item.
Jesus.
What would you like to say about it?
Jesus Christ. What the hell was I watching?
I
still don't know what I was
I
watching.
told you. I warned you all.
I'm
Yeah,
not mad
you
at
did.
you for
No,
it.
I'm not either.
I'm not mad at you.
Chelsea's
understood-
still mad at me.
You
She
understood
is.
the assignment. I
Yes.
get it.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Trash.
Samurai Cop was bad.
And I kind of like there was a build up throughout the year because I've talked about this movie
Yeah.
Yes.
as the worst movie I've ever seen. Blah blah blah.
And we
then-
even did the Trash Can Film Festival expecting you to bring that movie.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
we were like,
We gotta watch this turd.
I've got like 1 of the 10 copies out there. I think.
Gotta watch this turd. This literal turd is what
So-
it looked like.
So on Reddit, someone had said, "What's the worst movie you've ever seen?" I got on it late. There were tons,
yeah.
but I was like, "The item. It's on YouTube. Watch it."
So funny enough is that there's a small YouTube, they only have like 3-point-some million subscribers, but they actually do this thing called Best of the Worst, where they'll all sit down and they'll watch 3 really shitty movies, and then they'll pick which one was the best of the worst. And one of them, they actually covered The Item,
Really?
and they hated it so much that they went outside and they started up a grill, and they're like, they threw their VHS copy of the item. And the thing is that people people take their own personal VHS copies and they sent them to them.
And they trashed
And
it.
They burnt it on the grill and like, yeah, whoever sent this, they don't need this shit anymore.
You're not getting it back.
No. This should never have been made.
No.
Yeah,
It
that's.
shouldn't have.
That's exactly what
I want it to be a cult classic. I want it to be like a cult classic, as in it's the worst movie. You really only ever need to watch it once.
Yep.
And then, however you remember it is fine.
Yep. You can think it's not the worst, but we know better.
We know better.
Look, I've never been. So we were having such a good time. What did we watch this or Samurai Cop first? Did we watch this first?
No, we watched Samurai Cop.
Samurai Cop
Samurai Cop first.
Yeah.
first. So we were all already kind of jovial. We were kind of already
Yeah, we were in good
laughing and we were in a
moods.
good moods because we were drinking and we were laughing, we were having fun, and I'm like, all right, well, I can't wait to do this with the item.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Literally,
Destroyed.
from the 5 minutes in, I physically felt ill. I've never felt so annoyed and just like I've watched and like I hope this movie ends soon. I was literally in pain because
Chelsea,
of how
with
much
her
I
chair
hated
was
it.
spinning.
Yes,
Like she would turn her entire back to the TV.
please.
Yes.
It hurts watching it. Yeah,
Yep.
that's my number one as well.
I just love
Again,
how much time we've spent on this movie.
What was your number one?
Samurai Cop, we had already talked about it. Yep.
Cool.
I love that movie.
All right, so
Hilarious.
Moving on to our
looking forward to.
Forward to.
I do have 2 honorable mentions.
Okay.
let's hear them.
Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four.
Okay. Fantastic Four's on my.
I'm no longer looking
Coming.
forward to anything Marvel.
I don't know. I think they're kind of going a good route.
Think they're turning the ship around?
Well, I hate to say this, but when they were going like the all-female route, I'm like, please don't. Like, just don't do that. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
tried it with Ghostbusters. It didn't work. Just go natural with it. Like,
Yeah.
why
Don't
does it
force
matter?
Don't-
Yeah.
I don't mind if you do it, but don't force it because that's exactly what
right.
it felt. It was like girl power and like cool, but that scene just felt forced. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So-
if it happens naturally,
I feel like
then I'm okay
Fantastic
with
Four
it.
being the setting that it's in,
Yeah.
it fits the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
The Fantastic Four is like such a hard thing to put on the screen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you see what I did there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I'm looking forward to how they're going to do that, and I trust Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
But Thunderbolts, I like all the characters in it.
Amazon, Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, but but I like Thunderbolts. I like all the characters in it, so I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
And David Harbour, I mean, he's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
I was
Florence
actually
Poe, I mean,
Pugh. Oh,
Pugh,
dude, I
yeah,
love
my
Florence
bad.
Pugh. No, you good. I was looking through this and I was trying to find movies that weren't sequels to it, but then whenever I was shopping through, I was like, but I want to, like when I was going through movies, I was like, but I want to pick movies that I feel are natural, that I'm genuinely excited about.
I have
Yeah.
one sequel on
That's
mine.
what I put on here. I don't care artsy not. These are movies that I'm excited to see.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
So
So my number. No, you're honorable. Do you have honorable?
I have no honor.
No
I
honorable.
have Wicked Part 2 releasing, and I also put like the dates and then who's starring in it.
Oh, I didn't do
Well, I
that.
didn't do none of that.
But I'm Wicked Part 2 is on my list.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. We'll get to it.
I guess I do have one sort of Marvel in my list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Number 5 for anybody?
My number 5 is going to be Tron Ares.
Okay. Yeah,
I don't know anything about it.
I'm a huge Tron fan.
I could see that.
Okay.
No
I
offense. Yeah.
no, I just love I from the first one, and then Legacy like got kind of a whole bunch of shit, and I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Like the soundtrack, the Daft Punk soundtrack was so cool.
good. It was
Yes.
so funny enough.
So they finally are making the third one, and they were like, "We're cutting it. We're done." And now they're making the new one. So I don't know a lot about it. I just know I love Tron. So
So I remember Chelsea and I went to go see Tron Legacy, and she had never seen the first one or whatnot. And I remember I went in and I sat down in the theater over at Hollywood, and I'm watching. I'm like, man, this is so cool, you know. And you know, he's going into the game world. I'm like, man, I was digging it. And I remember it's like, Chelsea, did you? And then she's asleep. I'm like, oh, that's weird. And then I kind of look behind me.
all the women.
Everybody else is conked out, and I'm like, I'm the only one awake in this theater at a 9:00 showing of Tron.
I love it. They have a shirt, and I can't. It says Flynn's Arcade on it
Yeah.
at Disney,
Yeah.
but the color is so wonky on it. I'm like, I am never gonna wear that
It's
shirt.
weird.
And I'm like, why can't you just make like a black T-shirt with the Flynn's Arcade logo? Like that's all I want. Why do you have to make it all like crazy looking?
80stees.com. I'm sure you can get it.
Yeah,
100%.
But I'm just looking forward to it. I think Daft Punk's doing the soundtrack for this one too. So
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
yeah, number 5, Lee.
Minecraft.
Okay.
The first trailer that I saw for it, I'm like, I am gonna get baked out of my skull and watch this movie. and it's going to be amazing.
I hope they do it good.
And I'm probably going to watch it with my granddaughter because she loves Minecraft.
Yeah, my kids love
Nice.
Minecraft too.
So I'm looking forward to it. I like Jack Black.
Yeah, me too.
It'll probably be terrible, but I'm still looking forward to it.
Yeah.
My number 5 is Superman,
That's-
releasing July 11th.
That's on my
your
list.
Okay,
Yep.
we'll get to it.
Nice.
Yep.
Cool.
It's next on my list, so we can just
Okay.
talk about it. Yeah.
Superman, releasing July 11th, 2025, directed by James Gunn, starring David Cornsweet, Rachel, what is it, Bossenhan, Nathan Fillion's in it.
Yeah, he's playing Kyle Garner.
I just have
Guy
faith in
Gardner.
James
Yeah,
Gunn.
Guy Gardner. Yeah.
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just have faith in James Gunn.
I do too.
Please don't screw it up.
same.
Superman is another super hard one to put on the screen
Mm-hmm.
without screwing. You don't have to explain it. Just let it be.
Right.
You
Doesn't
know,
have to
like
be dark.
it doesn't have to be dark. You don't have to go serious with it.
Yep.
Just let him be Superman.
Right.
He's comic-y.
And
He's
stop giving me the damn backstory.
yeah, like it's fine. Just go into. That's why I kind of like Superman Returns. Like it just kind of start. You know, like
Yeah.
it just goes. I like it.
If I
Yeah.
got to see Bruce Wayne's parents die one more goddamn time,
right.
or Uncle Ben die one more goddamn time,
Yeah.
ugh, I'm tired of it. I
Yeah,
don't
I
need
agree.
it anymore.
I agree. Lee, number 4.
Number 4 for me is a sequel. It's called Den of Thieves 2. I don't know if you saw the first Den of Thieves, but it's great. It's
I
got
did not.
Gerard Butler. It's got O'Shea Jackson Jr., which is Ice Cube's son.
I
He
don't
looks
even know what this
exactly
is.
like it. It's on Netflix. It's a
Okay.
heist movie. It's about a crew that's going to rob. They're robbing banks, but they're going to rob something much bigger. And then you've got this sheriff's department that's trying to catch them, and it's
Cool.
they don't pull any punches. It's
There's like
realistic.
4 or 5 movies out into my list now. I need to watch.
And they're making a sequel to it, so I gotta see it.
Cool.
And there's
Yes.
a twist. There's a twist in it, and it's like, holy shit,
Yeah.
that was cool.
Yeah.
My number 4 is Fantastic Four: First Steps.
Cool.
Releasing July 25th of 2025. So, Matt Shackman. I feel like I forgot what else he's directed, but I feel like the last time he did something, it was
Matt
Do we happen to have the
Jackman.
list of our list from last year?
that's on the pod.
It's on the pod.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Never
scrolled back till I hit that, and then I went back up.
Yeah,
to
I'm
the
just
top.
curious on what I listed and
Never mind.
have I seen it?
Right? I don't remember.
What we should
I know
probably
King
do
of the
that.
Planet of the Apes was on my list, and I obviously did watch it.
Watch
Yeah.
it. Same with Alien Romulus for
Yeah.
me. So yeah, released by Max Chapman, Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby. I'm excited to see her play
Yeah.
Sue Storm.
Sue
Sue
Storm.
Storm. I don't think she's gonna do better than Jessica Alba, but
Who does?
Literally any other actress in the world. She can't act for shit.
She looks good.
now I am really excited for Cousin
Don't
to
look
be
at me that
playing in the movie is the thing.
Yeah.
From the Bear.
He's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great. I agree.
So I think they've got a pretty solid cast. I'm pretty and yeah, Joseph Quinn. I feel like they're all going to do pretty good. I'm pretty
Yeah.
excited for it.
So that was your
4,
4? Which
Yep.
was-
3.
My 4 was Superman.
Right.
So now my number 3 is going to be I'm going to do 28 years later.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
That's on my list.
Yeah, so we'll pause. So 28 years later is on my number 3.
Number 3 for me is Kraven the Hunter. I kind of want to see it.
Yeah,
After seeing the previews
Yeah.
and the snippets, it looks interesting to me.
for sure.
And I liked Morbius. It's the same studio.
Yeah, but so he said that he looked into this role because Craven's like
He's a big deal.
he's a big deal,
yeah.
and so he looked into the role and really did his homework.
Good.
Yeah,
'Cause
so
it looks good.
It
like the
does look
action in
good.
it looks like wow.
I would
this
like
guy
it to be like the surprise hero. Like,
Yeah.
holy crap, everyone now is a Craven
Did
fan. You know?
Did you hear that this is the end of the Sonyverse with this movie though?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad.
So, but yeah, I personally feel like this will be the best of the Sonyverse movies, though.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be better, dare I say, than Venom.
Yeah.
You know, which is their golden goose as
Yeah.
of right now. So yeah, I'm hopeful for it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Should put it on there. My number 3 is Mickey 17, and it is releasing April 18th of 2025.
I think that looks really good.
And it's Bong Joon-ho, which is a
Robert Patterson.
yeah,
Yeah.
Korean director. He's done quite a few
Never heard of it.
films. Yeah.
He's a clone.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And they send him off. He's like the go do this, and he'll die, and he gets cloned again. Like he,
Oh,
yeah,
Over and
and
over
and over
it's
again.
just like
So he's
Groundhog Day.
the one that kind of figures out what's going on. He's the 17th one, right?
Yeah.
And that's why it's named that.
okay.
But yeah, it looks really. Is it A24?
No.
No.
Damn.
It looks. The trailer makes it look great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's like a sci-fi mystery kind of thing.
I'm down.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
What you got, Dave?
My number 2 is Predator Badlands.
Ooh.
Same director, same writer, same everything from the previous
Is that
Predator.
coming out this year?
Yep.
I didn't see if it was confirmed or not, or else I would have put it on the list.
Yep,
But
it's confirmed.
I'm so excited.
Very excited. Same everyone besides actors, obviously.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
Well,
boy.
wait, not
Got one actor the same.
Yeah.
well.
Is that the Predator?
No.
Amber
So
Mid-Thunder.
we're getting. Here's the thing. So from what I understand is that we are getting Predator Badlands, which is supposed to be taking place during World War One.
Okay, so this is the different one.
And
So
then-
Prey 2.
Prey 2 is going to have Amber
Amber
Mid-Thunder in
Mid-Thunder,
it.
okay.
And
Always get them flip-flopped.
right. So that's the last thing that I heard whenever I was looking up.
Sean.
Yeah, I'm super excited because I just know it's the same people making it, and they crushed Prey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, damn, what a great movie.
excited.
It was great.
Yeah,
So.
so I'm excited for that one.
Oh,
Number 2?
number 2 for me is Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim.
Nice.
I've seen some previews for it. The animation looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ridiculously
On point,
good.
yeah.
Like top-notch animation.
I'll
studio.
have to look it up. Yeah.
It looks so good. So, and I'm a
So when does
Lord
this-
of the Rings fan.
Yeah.
So
When does this take place? Does
I
it
don't know. I know nothing about it. That's how I go into 90% of movies now. Is
Okay.
Makes it way better.
if I look at it and it looks like it might be good, or if I know somebody's in it, then I'll just watch it, and I don't want anybody else's opinions unless
Yeah.
somebody says, "Hey, you should watch this. It's pretty good." I'm like, "All right, I'll check it out."
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Number
My
2?
number 2 is 28 Years Later.
Nice.
Releasing June 20th of 2025, directed by Danny Boyle, starring Aaron Taylor Johnson, Jodie Comer, Ralph Fiennes, and Jack O'Connell.
Nice,
So
I have heard he makes an appearance in it.
yeah,
Cillian Murphy. Cillian Murphy as a zombie.
Nice.
So did you think
That's-
somebody freeze framed
The trailer.
The trailer.
And I mean, it's his jawline. It looks just like him.
Oh,
And he like sets up.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I have not.
Trailer.
have
Yeah,
not yet.
I think it looks.
We've all seen both the other ones though.
I have not seen 28 weeks
weeks
later.
later. Yeah, dude, the
The
beginning.
opening scene of that
that
movie is some of the most intense shit you will ever watch in your life.
Okay.
It's so
Dark and depressing, but
Yeah.
like action packed. Oh
Yes.
my god.
I'll
terrifying.
have to check it out.
Are we on our number ones?
We are number one.
Mine's Wicked Part 2.
Nice.
I loved it. I'm just so excited for the next part
Ready?
because it just cuts off, man.
Boom.
Yeah.
Hmm.
To
Well,
be
isn't it-
continued.
Well, there is. I feel like there's a satisfying story arc within
Yeah.
part one, but I feel like there's going to be an addition to
Well, Part 2 has to deal with a lot of characters who becomes who.
who's what. Yeah.
Right.
And
Because they're characters that become other characters, and it's like a big
It's a whole thing.
deal.
So it says it's releasing as of right now, November 20th of 2025.
It's done filming. They're done with it.
Yeah, it's just the release date. and
Yeah.
it's the
Just
same
putting it off a
people.
year.
Yeah. We're having a year-long intermission because it breaks in the movie where the intermission starts in the play. So, Lee, your number 1?
My number 1, Nosferatu.
Ooh,
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah.
Good choice.
Good choice.
I forgot about it.
Annie is dying to watch that movie, and
I-
I think it looks great.
I've already heard like
I've
good
heard
like
it's-
snippets
I
about
heard
it.
they go hard in the horror genre.
Cool.
Like they're really putting all
And
their
that's
eggs
really
in that
one of the
basket.
first.
Yeah.
I mean, when did that come out?
It's coming out
The
Christmas.
OG.
No, the OG
Oh,
Nosferatu.
40s.
I thought it was
Or
before
30s.
that.
I don't know because I'm pretty sure that the movie Freaks is like the first horror movie, 1922.
Yeah.
Long time ago. 100 years ago.
Yep. So Freaks came out 10 years after that. Have you seen Freaks?
I've not.
It's good.
German silent expressionist film.
Oh yeah.
I'm
So
good.
yeah.
I'm
no,
a pass.
no, not Nosferatu. The
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, Freaks is about sideshow freaks.
Yeah.
but it's played by real sideshow freaks.
Oh, of course.
And so it's kind of
So it's like American Horror Story.
so American Horror Story was based on freaks.
Yeah.
Basically, you don't mess with them because
Right.
the wrong person messes with them.
And they get back.
So it's not a scary movie at all. It just is what it is. And then the last like 15 minutes, it becomes a straight horror movie.
Chopping people up.
Oh man, it is like they turn this chick into like a bird lady. Like it is messed up.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good. It's one of my favorites. I love it.
Okay. My number one. Is it my number one? Or
You're number one.
You're number one.
My number one is Paddington in Peru.
That's a good
Releasing-
choice.
3.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
The Paddington Bear movies. Paddington Bear 2 it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
But it is.
It is.
I haven't seen it.
Might be an S movie.
Might be, huh?
Paddington Bear 2. The first one's good, but the
It's
second
second
one
whole.
is probably an S tier movie.
For sure.
Honestly.
Yeah.
It will surprise the shit out of you.
Yeah.
It did me.
Same.
I was like, what the hell did I just watch?
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I will say if we do a review 2, we need to watch. There's a movie that we need to watch prior, and it's not Paddington 1.
No, it's the terrible burden.
The unbearable weight of massive talent.
I've watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. So I
Yeah.
think that's a good round off on
Yeah,
our
number
list. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Sorry
with
about
it,
the Grave of the Fireflies, buddy.
too. Oh, crushing.
I'm
You'll
sorry.
be all right. You'll be
It was like
fine.
what number?
We usually agree pretty well on
Yeah,
movies.
we do.
There's just a few we've disagreed
Right.
on.
That's all right. Keeps things
Look forward
spicy.
to next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I'm gonna
all right.
go. I'm gonna listen to the ones that I picked
Yeah.
on the way. I want to see on the way home.
What you listen to?
Yeah, what I've watched of what I'm looking forward to. I'm pretty sure I've seen them all. I think Ghostbusters was on there. It didn't make my top. Frozen Empire.
I think it was on there. I watched it. It did not make my top
It didn't.
either.
It was good.
It wasn't
It-
bad.
I think it felt like a Ghostbusters movie,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it wasn't bad.
So happy New Year to everybody. And
Yeah,
we
Happy
will-
New Year.
We will see you. We might take a short intermission. All right.
All right.
Have a good one.
All right,
Oi,
bye.
oi.